Today is 2nd June, so I voted. One of my clients, his son just graduated from school, got his first job, got a very good paycheck, and he started thinking that he wants his son to buy a home. He calls me and says, Amol, I want him to start early, and so I want him to buy a home. And so I started asking him. He said, oh, he just bought a car yesterday. And I'm like, really? If you're thinking of buying a home for him, would you just buy a car and bring his credit and his ability to afford the right sized home? So that was my first thing. Well, sure enough, I send him to a lender. And the lender comes to find two issues. One, that this child of my client does not have any independent credit card of his own. Now, if you think your child is getting out, wants to be independent, wants to buy a home, guess what you should do? The first thing that you should do is give them a credit card as soon as they are on their own. That starts and helps them start building credit score and ability to borrow. So, and typically, the more diversified your credit is, the higher your score and easier it is to get a mortgage for a home. So, typically, at least 2 trade lines is what any lender will tell you, or these days it is ChatGPT or Claude or whatever, Gemini. And if you can get an auto loan, if you have education loan, then all of these combined makes it a wider portfolio, which results into a diversified credit and their ability to pay. And if you start them right into the college, you can even start them with a secured credit card. You can start them with an unsecured credit card where you deposit some money for that, and that money will be used to get them a credit card. So all of these possibilities exist. And so long as you have a minimum 2, that really gets your foot into the door when you're ready to buy your home. The second issue that the lender figured out is that the spouse of my client became a 1099 employee. So I did this in my own case. Way back in 2009, I gave up my W-2 job. And when I gave up my W-2 job, a lot of lenders would not touch me for a mortgage. Why? Because when you have a 1099 job, a lot of it goes into paying taxes, and a lot of it is shown as expenses. And also remember that when we are in business, businesses are not as stable as a W-2 income. The W-2, once you get an offer letter, the only thing that changes about your salary is increments every year, maybe less, maybe more, bonuses and RSU. So in the Bay Area, those are very important, and that's a very stable form of income, if you will. So I highly recommend that if you are looking to do a mortgage, be on a W-2 income, because that's the most concrete, simplest form of income that the lender understands and will lend you against. Now, back in 2003 or something, I had another client, and these are the things that I have learned over my 25 years of experience doing real estate. Back in 2004 or 5, I was helping one of my clients. The husband had credit, had borrowed for a car, had phones for the for him and his wife in his name. So every bill that used to get paid was only in the husband's name. Very good. I say, hey, your husband loves you too much. But the wife had income. And her car, the one that she was driving, wasn't in her name either. So guess what happened? The wife had no credit score. And so most lenders would not touch the wife's income, consider the wife's income when giving a mortgage to this client. So if you think about how to structure your finances, your income, your credit, please talk to either a lender that you trust, or you can talk to a person like me who has had several years of experience and can bring that structure, the financial structure, into place for you. There are lots of other things that I have gone through in my own life, and I can help you with giving those as examples. But anytime that you're trying to do a change, your kids are growing up, going into their independent new job, please feel free to ping me. I'm here to talk. No pressure, and it will only be well worth your and my time to get them started early and in a right way. Thanks for watching. See you on my next one.